CBS presents this program in color.
Thank you very much.
You have a cold?
No, Tommy, I don't have a cold. I have a tickle in my throat. That's
Well, you
all.
better look after it because, you know, there's a lot of flu that's been going around, so I'd suggest you look after it.
It's just a tickle, I said. I know there's flu going around.
Yeah.
In fact, it's almost an epidemic proportions, but there's nothing you could do from catching it if
Well,
you're going to catch
there's
the
certain
flu.
things you can do as
You got to
precaution.
breathe, you know, you got to live and breathe.
As precautions to flu, there's certain
I
things
know
you
there
can
is,
do,
Tommy,
you know.
I know. You could take flu shots and things like that, but
Yeah, you
I just
can-
have a tickle in my throat.
Well, yeah, well, flu shots are good, but most people never get around to getting flu shots.
I know
But
they don't.
If I was to give you advice or anybody advice, I would say to stay in complete health and stay happy. There's medical advice from one of the
And I get a
great
tickle in my
medical
throat, and I
authorities.
get a-
Yes,
there's
but
a-
this medical authority that's very accepted and a wonderful person,
Yeah.
and he gives this medical authority about.
What is the advice?
He says not to get caught in a draft.
Well,
Yeah.
who said this?
Dr. Spock.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour with guest stars in Caesar, Glen Campbell, the Opportunity Please Not Company featuring members of the Blackstone Rangers, Pat Paulson, the Jimmy Joy Singers, the Louis DuPont Dancers, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra.
Lucky Filters. You don't have to light it to like the great taste of a Lucky. Then light it and that same fine Lucky flavor comes through. Rolled tobacco and charcoal in the filter does it. Nourishes the taste and makes it mild. You don't have to light it to like the great taste of a Lucky. So you gotta get lucky. You've got to get lucky. You really do.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
Thank you very much. Tonight we'd like to do a very silly song about a serious problem, which is the lengths to which a man will go to satisfy a vain woman.
Yes, and these tragic consequences of these vanities, of these lengths,
For which he sought after.
for which he sought after.
Hit it.
Harry Higgins, he was short and fat. He lived on the beach at Higgins Flat. He loved a girl who was lean and thin, and he wanted that girl to marry him.
Mary Wiggins was the lady's name. Mary wouldn't marry Harry, and it was a shame. For he was fat, and she was thin, and she wouldn't wed, 'cause she's as fat as him.
Yes, Mary Wiggins wanted to be fat. I mean, probably most of you people would think that's kind of strange for a woman to want to be fat, but Mary Wiggins wasn't an ordinary woman.
right.
She was a clam woman. She was a regular clam.
She was
Forgot
a clam,
to
but
tell
you
you
forgot
that.
that Harry Higgins was a clam also. He was a big fat clam, fatter than most, but you float better that way.
And Mary Wiggins, since she was a skinny clam, she'd go out swimming and she'd boom right down to the bottom. That's why she wanted to be fat. So Harry was going to fatten her up, and it was the biggest problem a clam could have. Harry Wiggins had his work cut out to make skinny Mary fat and stout. I'll fatten you up if anyone can. It was a great big challenge for a short fat clam. Yes, it was a mighty challenge for Harry, as anyone knows who knows anything about clams. For some of you that don't know, clams are itsy bitsy tinsy wincy animals. who live in the ocean, and they're very particular, Dickie. Clams are very particular about what they eat. They just don't eat anything. They're fussy
That's
eaters.
right. They are fussy eaters, but
Yes.
they're not so small. There's big clams, small clams.
Just, yeah.
But they eat funny. That's right. They do.
They
Why
only
don't you mention to the people what they eat?
they eat special things, Dickie. They're very fussy eaters.
Clam food. They
Yes.
Eat. Well, what kind of food do they eat? I mean, just name a few types of foods that they eat.
Some of them eat.
Come on, Sid. What does a clam eat?
Well, some of them will eat
What?
whales. Yeah, they eat whales.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Clams don't eat whales.
Sounds ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. They eat amoebas.
Some of the clams eat amoebas, but after eating some amoebas, a couple hours later you're hungry. But eat just one whale, man, that sticks with you.
They don't eat whales.
Biggest-
They don't eat whales. at
They-
all. They
oh.
can't eat whales. How do they eat a whale? How does a little teeny-weeny clam eat a great big whale?
You don't think?
How?
You don't think that?
How can a clam eat a whale?
Very slowly. But that's not the problem. The biggest trick is to catch one. See, once a clam catches a whale, they're set for life. But this is what the story's about. Harry Wiggins was going to catch a clam for Mary to make her fat, but it was very hard to catch a whale. You know, it's very hard for a clam to catch a whale. Why don't you ask me how was he going to catch a whale? Because I've got a really clever answer.
Okay, how is Harry going to catch a great big whale?
Well, see, he was going out to dig a big whale pit, a whale hole in the ocean. And
Oh, he's going to dig a pit in the bottom of the ocean?
No, in the water.
That's what I said, in the bottom of the ocean.
No,
In the water.
in the ocean. He's going to dig a hole in the
middle of
ocean.
the water?
In the middle of the water. He puts seaweed over it, and the whales, they're not really bright. They just swim right over it and boom, right into the bottom of this whale pit. Harry Higgins floated out to sea, so nonchalant and fat was he. He went right where those whales were at, and dug a hole and set a trap. He hung around till the whales came by. A big one saw him and Harry said hi. The whale said ho and he raised his fin and reached the hole and just fell in. Kerplunk! Then Harry dragged that whale to shore. Mary ate it up and she asked for more. She was finally as fat as Harry at last. Then she died. Really rotten. Poor Mary Wiggins ate too fast.
Thank you very much. Wonderful audience, you know that?
Well, thank you.
I haven't even done anything and they're applauding already, you know that?
Well, they are
Really
a great audience. Sid,
Really?
but
I didn't even do anything.
I know you didn't. Tommy and I just finished our number.
Yeah, but I'm here now and they were
I know you
applauding.
just happened to come out while they were applauding. That's
Well,
all.
I was here now.
I mean, I know you're here now, but you shouldn't be on now. You should be on later.
Well, later is now. See, because as soon as you say now, it's later.
I know. Now, I know, Sid, you're on now.
Yeah.
But you're on later. You understand?
I know, but
Sid,
later,
now-
as soon as you say now, that's later.
I know it. Now is now past. Okay,
Past now.
then if you're on now and you were supposed to do a bit, well, it's already over. And you haven't done anything, so how could you be on now if you finished?
Because
You
I haven't been on.
Yeah, that's right, so you're on later. I'll tell you about it.
Wait, no.
We'll be right. We'll be back now, but that means later because now is before.
Darling, I love your dress. It does wonders for your figure.
Well, it's not my dress. It's my Playtex Cross Your Heart bra.
Oh, how quaint.
See, Playtex Cross Your Heart shaping lifts and separates. You're suddenly shapelier.
So that's your secret.
Honestly, any girl can look shapelier. Even you.
Get the Playtex Cross Your Heart bra. You'll be suddenly shapelier, too.
This woman has what every woman wants. Soft hands and hard nails. No lotion can give you both.
only gloves can help. Playtex gloves. They're fully lined to keep your hands safe from water that's too hot, rough cleansers, detergent that's too strong. Yes, only gloves can help you have both soft hands and hard nails. Playtex gloves. So flexible, you can pick up a dime.
Probably no nation is as self-conscious about its image as the United States of America. We Americans are consistently worried about what other people think of us. Tonight, with the help of Mr. Sid Caesar, the Smothers poll will attempt to discover how people from other nations feel about us today. First, we go to Paris, France, where we will talk to a typical Frenchman, Monsieur Jean-Paul de Gaulle.
Mon chéri, de ma tartine m'arrête, non ce n'est pas par charme. C'était pas trop là qui se eyes. C'est les mêmes pour la nose. Il a pas le temps de vrai départ.
Excuse me, monsieur.
No, you're next. You have to wait. C'est une belle partie préliminaire, mon chéri. Le chat arrive papa. Bonjour, Evi papa. Tourne tu pèves, Venise. Oh, je m'arrête, chéri. Le sang.
Was that your girlfriend?
Oh, no, I never met her before. I was just walking along the street and bumped into her. Lucky for me, she wasn't a cop. I'm not a cop kisser. I don't like to kiss cops.
Monsieur, I'm with the Smothers poll, and I noticed that your last name is de Gaulle. Are you by any chance related to Charles de Gaulle?
You mean our king?
Well, he's not exactly a king, is he?
No? You tell him that, huh?
Well, tell me, monsieur, how do you feel about General de Gaulle's hostile attitude towards the United States?
Well, as Lafayette once said about your country, autant près d'où on chez la se traîne, la liberté, le contraire, le fan paprique de l'onction de rêve, mais la se tremble.
And what does that mean?
Take the money and run.
Well, that's just it. We here in America can't understand why you feel this way. After all, we did a lot to help the French people. You were practically wiped out in World War I, and we saved you.
Oui.
You were practically wiped out in World War II, and we saved you. Oui. So if we saved you so many times from being wiped out, why do you pick on us now?
Because if we pick on anybody else, they'd wipe us out, eh? Excuse me, mademoiselle. Are you a cop?
No.
Let's go.
Thank you, and good night. For our next interview, we speak to a high-ranking Russian government official, Marshal Ivan Gregor. Excuse me, sir. I never realized Russians were so happy.
Who's happy? I'm freezing in Russia here. If I stop doing this, I turn into a popsicle. Got to keep moving. I don't want to be a popsicle.
Sir, I'm Dick Smothers from America, and I'd like to ask you how you feel about Americans.
Oh, Amerikansky. Oh, I love Amerikansky, sis. If you were in my country, I would give you a hug. I would give you a kiss. I would take you around and give you a kiss, and your eyeballs would bulge out, and I would give you such a kissing you were and hugging. But in your country, you would call me a sissy, you know?
Boy, with all those medals on your chest, you must be a real Russian hero.
No, I'm just an average, ordinary, great hero, that's all.
Well, can you tell us what some of those medals are for?
Oh, certainly. This one is for the People's Medal for the Battle of Stalingrad, and this is for the Battle of Leningrad, this is for the Battle of Kiev, this is for Pinsk, this is for Minsk, and this is for one crazy night in Berlin where I was, with a 275 hours of war, I had some fun. And this is my favorite medal. I gave this medal to myself for living through all these medals. That's what you call brave.
I'm very curious. Are you free to say what you want in Russia?
Of course we are. We are free to say what we want, when we want, where we want, and how we want.
And to whom you want.
No! I didn't say that. Don't get me into trouble. Don't troubles. I didn't say to whom. A home could be a person. You could talk to a pot, you could talk to a couch, but you don't talk to a home. A home is trouble. I've been happily married for 16 years, and I'm not talked to my wife once. And you know, because she could be a home.
Well, what's so wrong about talking to a whom?
Because in this country, if you get caught talking to a home. If you get caught talking to a home, you become a was.
Thank you, Marshal Gregor. For our last interview, we go to Havana, Cuba, to speak to one of that country's revolutionary leaders. How do you do, Mr. Fidel?
What is that fiddle?
Fidel?
Fidel, what do you think, I'm a dog?
Oh, Fidel. I won't comment on that. I'm Dick Smothers of the Smothers poll.
Oh, Americano gringo. I bet you would like to have one of these Savannah cigars, huh? Too late now, you blew it, buddy. Huh?
Tell me, Mr. Fidel, do you miss Americans on the island?
We try not to. When they come over, we shoot. If we miss, we miss, that's all.
Some people believe that you still have Russian missiles in Cuba. Now, is there any chance that you might use them against us?
Chance. All life is a chance. You walk across the street, it's a chance. It's a chance you win $1 million, it's a chance. You find a nice delicatessen in Cuba, that's no chance.
Mr. Fidel, do you feel that you have the love and the respect of the Cuban people?
They all love me and respect me. Here, I show you. You see that here? Watch this. That was a close shave. They hate that hat. They hate that hat, but they love me. You see, those bullets are expensive, you know. They're cheap. They're not cheap bullets. Look how they send it. What is that? See how they send me a gift, another gift. To Fidel with love. You see that here, huh? Money does make you point. It thinks those monies people spend, they shouldn't do that. Oh, you better lie down. I think the whole country chipped in for this one.
Well, Mr. Fidel, I think I better get back to the studios in Hollywood. And before I go back to Hollywood, is there anything more you would like to say before I leave?
I would... Hit it, Riddle. Take me along. Take me along. If you love me, take me along with you.
Sorry, Fidel, you blew it.
Oh, gee.
Up to now, if you were really serious about having whiter teeth, this is what you bought, whether you like the unusual taste or not. But things have changed. Now you have a choice. Regular McLean's for people who like the taste of regular McLean's. Refreshing Spearmint McLean's for people who don't. Two choices. Just two. Unless you're not really serious about having whiter teeth.
I came back to Brill Cream. I tried a clear gel, but I didn't like the way my hair looked. So I came back to that little dab of Brill Cream because at least my hair looking natural. We all came back to Brill Cream.
And we're glad they did.
Brill Cream, best-selling hairdressing in the world.
Hello, ladies. Once again, welcome to Share a Little Tea with Goldie, a program for you, the woman of today, a program designed to keep you above what's happening. Join us as we share a little tea with Goldie.
Hi. Hi, girls, ladies, wives, chicks, and of course, all you mothers. Once again, it's time to get above what's happening. And how do we do that? Well, all we need is a little time, a little talk, and a little tea together. And girls, To start the show off with today, I have a special item that concerns all you mothers with children. Oh, no longer, ladies, will you have to shout and scream for your kids to come home. And I'm sure you'll all agree that shouting at your children leads to bad vibrations in the home, right? And of course, no kid digs bad vibes. So, ladies, why not call your kid the modern way with this handy kid caller? Isn't that lovely? This item is used and approved by many of the most influential organizations in our society. Oh, yes, it is, and here's how it works.
All right, Johnny. I know you're out there. Throw down your toys and come on home and wash your hands up. This is your last warning.
Oh, ladies, isn't that far out? And your kids will get used to being called this way, and when they grow up, they'll fit right in society. Now, ladies, you know, we often get caught up in the tempo of everyday living, and we need a way to let go of our tensions. And I have an exercise that does just that. And it's called the letting go exercise. Oh, yes. And that's just what we do. We let go of everything at once. For instance, I'm a little tense right now, so I'm just going to let go. Are you ready? Here I go. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Oh, I love that one. I really do. That's my favorite exercise, I think. And ladies, you know, you can do this exercise with your whole family. Yes. Oh, it's really a gas to get everyone doing that together. It sure is. You know, now, ladies, before I go, I have a surprise for you. A sneak preview of the latest trend in fashion. Yes, this is a first, ladies, and I'm sure you're all going to want to wear this one when you see it. Isn't it lovely? Yes, and girls, this is not only fashionable and comfortable, but it's government approved. It's far out, too. Yes, it's the captivating, arresting meter maid motif. You're all going to want one, I'm sure. It's your ticket to ride in the fashion parade. Well, that's it for today, ladies, and it's really been groovy. And I'll see you next time when we share a little tea together. So this is Goldie O'Keefe saying,
I know you're out there, so bring it on home.
This has been Share a Little Tea with Goldie, an irregular feature of the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour.
In 1957, a street gang was formed by a group of young boys living in and around Blackstone Avenue in Chicago. The Chicago Police Department named them the Blackstone Raiders, and they in turn renamed themselves the Blackstone Rangers. But the Blackstone Rangers are no longer a tough street gang. They are an example of what can be accomplished by the young people who live in the ghetto areas of our big cities and supposedly have no opportunity to get ahead in life. These kids got off the street and formed a musical revue company called Opportunity, Please Knock. And they've been performing now for almost a year. I'm sure you're going to enjoy what they do. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Blackstone Rangers.
See that host all dressed in red. That's not above the water. Must have been the children that Moses led. That's not above the water. Clean water, Lord. Clean water, Lord. Clean water, Lord. That's not above the water. Clean water, Lord. Clean water, Lord. Clean water, Lord. Clean water, Lord. find yourself loving me.
Find a cloud to hide us, keep the moon beside us. Love is waiting there in my beautiful balloon. Way up in the air in my beautiful balloon.
If you hold my hand, we'll chase the dreams across the sky. But we can fly.
Up and away, my beautiful balloon.
You know, it's one thing to book a group of this size in the show. There are 37 people in it, but actually it was another thing to get them out here from Chicago. Now, a great many people helped, and speaking for the show and for the kids themselves, we would like to say our thanks to Mr. Hugh Hefner, Irv Kupsinen of the Chicago Sun-Times, the United Auto Workers Union, and Transworld Airlines, and a great many others. And right now, I want you to meet the youngest member of the gang. Now, is it a gang? Or is it a cast?
Cast.
The cast, I'm sorry. And this is youngest member of the cast, Marilyn Scott.
Look, not games, cast.
Yeah, I know. It's a cast. I believe you. You know, you have such a beautiful little face, and you're real charming. You remind me of Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
Well, sort of, you know.
You remind me of Bojangles Robinson.
Bojangles Robinson?
Well, sort of. Don't you remember in that movie he taught Shirley Temple how to dance just like I'm going to teach you?
Yeah. How old are you?
10.
10 years old? You married?
No.
You have a boyfriend?
No.
You don't, huh? Well, on behalf of my brother and myself, we want to welcome all of you on the show, including you. And you're going to teach me to dance, right? Why don't you ask for the music?
Hit it, rhythm.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the whole gang.
Not cast.
Cast. To sing Exodus, the Blackstone Rangers. Thank you.
This land is mine. God gave this land to me. This brave and ancient land to me. And when the morning sun reveals the make this land our home. If I must fight, I'll fight to make this land our home until I die. This land is mine.
We'll be right back with Ceasar, Glen Campbell, and Pat Paulson on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
If you've never bought a Volkswagen because it wasn't big enough, okay. Here's a Volkswagen that's big enough. The new VW Fastback sedan. It seats 4 with more room for elbows and legs. It's pretty jazzy, too. Has an electric clock and even wall-to-wall carpeting. The Fastback also has the most powerful engine we've ever made. It's air-cooled. Goes 27 miles on a gallon of gas, which is pretty good for a car that can go 84 miles per hour. Since we made a VW that's a little roomier in the inside, we decided to do the same thing on the outside. It's got a trunk up front where most cars have their motors. And in the back, where most cars have their trunks, we have it's a trunk, a large trunk.
Come into your Volkswagen dealer. He'll show you where the motor is.
Well, welcome back to the second half of our show. And right now we'd like to welcome back a singing group who caused a sensation the last time they appeared on the show. And here to introduce them is our own Vice President, Mr. Patrick Paulson.
Thank you. I'd like to tell you a little about the fellas first. Since our last appearance here, we've really been moving up. We still play the Elks clubs, of course, but they've shoved us up into the top billing at the Saturday Night Smokers, so... Not the top spot, actually. Well, we go on just before the girl pops out of the cake. Pinchy, pinchy, pinchy. Now I'd like you to meet the guys. This is Ernie Newton, Harry Stanton, Hal Hopper, yours truly, better known as the Fathers. Dip, 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 dip. You can't put us down, 'cause we're up. Dip, dip, dip. Don't stop, 'cause we're there. Dip, dip, dip. When your life's a drag, look in Father's bag. That's where it's at. Get in the groove. Just start to move. Just listen to us. As it goes. Because we still don't think you understand us, fathers. You think we don't understand the way you think, but we understand that you think
We don't understand what you think. But we understand. Let's clear up this confusion. Kids, beneath these gray hairs lurks a mind as quick as quick. Well, anyway, you say you want to expand your unconsciousness. We can give you a few pointers. We used to turn on, too. We go behind the barn and blow our minds on corn silk. Not only blew your mind, it cleared your sinus and shook up your adenoids. Often burned down the barn. And when we really wanted to get high, I mean really high, we'd sit on a flagpole. That was a real hang-up. But the biggest freak out was to swallow a live goldfish. So kids, chew on that. Hit it, guys. I'm out here dipping by myself. I'm gonna get with it. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Dip, 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 skip, dip, dip. You can't put us down 'cause we're up. Dip, dip, dip. No need to put us up 'cause we're there. Dip, dip, dip. When your life's in drag, look in Father's bag. That's where it's at. Hope just come into that. Hope just get in the groove. Hope just start to move. Hope just listen to us. To
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that were the Fathers. Exciting new group, vivacious, with a lot of new thoughts. And now, we'd like for you to meet someone who is a very fine musician, great singer, and a very good friend. And we think he has a fantastic amount of talent. We're proud to have him on the show. Mr. Glen Campbell singing By the Time I Get to Phoenix.
I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. She'll find the note I left hanging on her door. She'll laugh when she reads the part that says I'm leaving. 'Cause I've left that girl so many times before. By the time I make Albuquerque, she'll be working. She'll probably stop at lunch and give me a call. Oh, but she'll just hear that phone keep on ringing off the wall. That's all. By the time I make Oklahoma, she'll be sleeping. She'll turn softly and call my name
out low. Oh, and she'll cry just to think I'd really leave her. Time and time I've tried to tell her so. She just didn't know I would really go. No, she didn't know I'd go.
That's a groovy song. You do it well. Who wrote that song?
Jimmy Webb wrote it. It's
And
very
what
good.
else did he write?
Up and Away and Paper Cup. 27 Cracks in a Sidewalk. That's a real good
Yeah, that one didn't make it that big, did it?
Not yet.
27 cracks
I tell you,
in a
Phoenix-
sidewalk.
Phoenix will probably be a standard. I think it's going to be here forever. It's such a beautiful,
I think it will
beautiful
too,
thing.
because it's such a beautiful melody.
I don't like Phoenix personally, but
I like Phoenix. I've been to Phoenix.
I know you
It's a
have.
very nice town.
I love Phoenix.
Well, my brother always has a wild time there because he's such a wild swinger.
Well, why don't we
little
just-
devil.
Oh, excuse me.
No, that's okay.
Shall we sing this little
Yeah,
song?
let's do it.
One. Well, who's that hiding in the tree trunks?
Who's that standing there afar?
Who's that hiding in the back porch?
Well, who's that underneath the car?
Who's that creeping by the window?
Who's that walking on the roof?
Well, who's that pecking on the bedroom wall?
I don't know, do you?
Who's that running in the mailbox?
Well, who's that letting out a groan?
Who's that spying down the drain pipe?
Who's that on the phone?
Have you been leaving them bathtub rings?
No, have you been drinking my Mountain Dew?
No.
Who's that talking on the radio?
I don't know. Do you? No. This is the good part. Are you sure you ain't got a cold? Would have to cough right through my soul.
Very inconsiderate. Who's that stinking up the schoolhouse?
Who's that getting all the praise?
Who's that stole my fountain pen?
Who's raised my mayonnaise? Fix his voice.
Who's that hanging around the store?
Hey, have you been sniffing my glue?
I think so.
Who's that wrong money?
I don't know. You?
The singer.
Who's that looking at the tune?
Who's that doing that? You know what?
I don't know. Do you? I don't know.
I gotta
But you
get-
don't know until you
I gotta
know, and
get
then it's too
Kleenex.
late.
Yeah,
to know.
well,
Let me go swat.
We asked Joan Eastman to tell all about why she uses a spray deodorant.
Well, keeps me smelling nice, and it isn't sticky, and it's easy to use, and,
But does your spray deodorant stop perspiration wetness?
well, I have to admit that's the one thing it doesn't seem to do.
That's why we developed this. Arid Extra Dry,
A new spray?
a new kind of spray. It does something no leading spray does. Extra Dry actually helps stop wetness.
How can it do that? I mean, if the other ones don't.
Read the label.
Hey, it has an antiperspiration ingredient. Aluminum chlorhydrate?
That's why Arid Extra Dry does more than stop odor. It helps stop wetness, too.
Gosh, what more could you want? I'll try it.
Arid Extra Dry, a completely new kind of spray deodorant. Use it daily. It's so nice to be comfortably dry.
Once upon a time, in a little Bavarian village of Wienerplatz, lived a man by the name of Ludwig von Schnitzelbaum. He was a clockmaker, and though his shop was small, he was known far and wide for his workmanship.
Clockmaker, make me a clock. It should tick-tock, it shouldn't stop. Tuck, 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 tuck. Ach, das ist gut von Anna. Now, we give a little spritz with the clicker. And we got a little hack with the spigot.
Yes, Ludwig von Schnitzelbaum was a perfectionist, and one day there came a knock on the door, and when he opened it, there stood the king's courier.
Ist das ein Schnitzelbaum?
Ja, das sind ein Schnitzelbaum, ja.
I bring a message from His Royal Highness, our beloved Majesty, Purple Lion of Bavaria and Protector of the Empire.
Oh, yes, Otto the Feeble. Yeah. What can I do for His Royal Feebleness?
Well, the king desires that you drop everything. We'll make for him a couple of grandfather clocks. Bigger and better and more fancy than you have ever made before. And if the king likes them, he's going to pay you 200,000 kroner.
200,000 kroner? That's a lot of money. My goodness, I could get a haircut for that.
Yeah. But if you fail, the king will chop your head off.
Oh, that part maybe we could take a little bit, please. Huh? Maybe we could take a...
And so, Ludwig von Schnitzelbaum started to work. Day and night, he worked at his labors. Many winters passed until one day, his task was finished.
Well, there they are, Stitzy. 2 grandfather clocks like you never saw in your life. And each one of them has a grandson that comes out and tells the time. Now we test the first little kitty here, right? Here we go. Perfect pitch.
The time is 4 o'clock. The temperature is 35 degrees. The wind is north by northeast at 10 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure is 29.52.
Unbuttoned, I'm so proud of you. You're a cocky little clock, but you're good, yes?
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me.
Nice and simple. And now we try the other clock for the other one. Here we are.
The temperature is 4 o'clock, the time is 76 degrees,
What
and
happened
the
here? What is going on?
barometric pressure is cuckoo.
Cuckoo, what is cuckoo? Then the time. What is the time here?
Edelweiss, Edelweiss.
Edelweiss.
For
Don't-
every morning you
I can't.
me.
What are you doing? I tell you, you're stuck. Come on. Cuckoo, come on, get back in there. I got to fix you up right away. Come in. Got to fix this up. I don't understand. Where did I go wrong? This one comes out of perfect Schnitzelbaum, and this one could be made in Japan. I got to fix this one right away.
The years went by, and poor Ludwig worked night and day trying to fix the wayward grandfather clock. But then one day, he had an inspiration.
Ludwig, you're a crazy clockmaker. Why didn't you think of this before? All you had to do was switch the dopey kid with the smart one. That's gotta do it. Sure. Now, get the smart. That's the greatest. No, no. Get it out. What's going on here? This is great. Get out of here. One more shot. Just a minute.
Von Schnitzelbaum, the king is tired of waiting. Now, ready or not, he is coming to see your clock.
Oh boy, here it comes, ready or not.
Take faith, O King Otto the Feeble.
That's a feeble king. King, you'd better shape up. You're getting married next month. To a 19-year-old swinger.
Clocks. I want to see my clocks, and they better be good.
Yes, good. I want them to be good too because I'm a loyal subject. When the war broke out, I didn't burn my draft card or anything. I went right to the front and I'm running and charging. In fact, I was killed in the war. I'm not here anymore. I'm going to go.
The clocks, you hamburger. The clocks.
All right. Here comes the clock. All right, we try to fight. Here's the clock.
Yodelay-hee-ho, yodelay-hee, yodelay-hee. The time is 5 o'clock. The temperature is 37 degrees. The wind is north by northeast at 10 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 29.87. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me. Small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me.
Okay, that's it. That's a real beauty. Shall I wrap it up or you want to eat it here?
I'll see the other clock.
You want to see the other clock? Oh, he wants to see the other clock. Well, goodbye, life. Okay.
Yodelay-hee-ho, yodelay-hee, yodelay-hee. The time is 5 o'clock. The temperature is 37 degrees. The wind is north by northeast at 10 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure is 29.87. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me. Old and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me.
Look, King, I could extend it. Give me a chance. Give me a little time. About 20 years it would take to fix this one. What is he saying?
He said he does not want that clock, but he wants this clock. He's so happy with it that he's going to pay you 400,000 kroner. You have made him the happiest king in the kingdom.
Yes, I don't understand. He don't want that clock. He wants this clock. What does a king want with a clock that goes to the king?
I'll tell you why I want a clock that goes. It's a gift for King Charles de Gaulle.
Add the touch that makes any meal a memory. The bright, light touch of Lancers. Lancers Rosé. The shimmering, bubbling, slightly bewitching wine that goes with any mood and any food, anytime. Lancers Rosé, America's largest selling imported table wine. Incidentally, we import it in a crock, so you won't mistake it for champagne.
Gentlemen, if it weren't for A1 sauce, we'd be eating like bums. A shake or two turns beans into a banquet.
A1 and a little butter make a marvelous basting sauce.
And beef stew becomes elegant with just a dash or two.
Versatile, flavorful A1 sauce. The salvation of the thrifty cook.
And the secret of the ingenious one.
Thank you. We'd like to thank our guests for tonight, Sid Caesar, Glen Campbell, and the Opportunity Please Not Company, featuring the Blackstone Rangers. Weren't they all great?
Next week, Tom and Dick's guests will be Nancy Sinatra, Frank Sinatra Jr., special guest star Dom DeLuise.
That's right. We think it's going to be a really great show. And we would like to remind you now that your local Red Cross blood bank is always in need of donors, so you could help save lives by giving blood.
So have a nice week and good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Also appearing in tonight's cast was Gino Conforti and Lee French. This is Roger Carroll. The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour was brought to you by Cube Line. Good things to eat and drink from around the world. Cube Line. And the world's fastest Volkswagen, the 1968 Fastback.
Come on, this pull is groovy. About this toothpaste, Ellie, honestly. Hey, my crest. Now, I'm here for fun, not a lot of cavities. Relax, look at this. That is Crest. But with new mint flavor. Groovy.
New Mint Crest joins regular Crest, both with fluoride, the most effective cavity fighter ever put in a toothpaste. Have checkups, watch treats, and brush after eating with Crest.
But I like regular Crest.
Somebody lose this?